It is go time. All right. Going to start with our shoulder mobilities as we always do. Start from the standing and work our way down low to the flow. Okay, nothing crazy, nothing different just yet. And switch it to go vertical. We'll change up some of the orders of the mobilities because I want to keep adding in and sprinkling in some of those movement mobilities that we've done a couple times the past few workouts, and switch it back to horizontal. And for those of you that are following along on a daily, this should be workout number 6 for you of some sort, whether with me or without me, online or whatever. The goal last week and this week is to get 6 workouts so your frequency increases. Our individual duration and load or volume does not, but the number of times you work out does. And time. Now let's go to shoulder circles. And because we got a total body, I'm going to hit a couple extra shoulders. I know every now and then we kind of pick and choose which ones we do. I'm going to do them all today. I feel like a big time warm-up shoulder day. And reverse it. Second set, I'm also going to stay with the shoulder circles. 3, 2, 1, and second set going back to forward. Big range of motion. And remember, when you're doing this, maybe this will help side version, but you're going to do what's called a shrug or elevate. You're going to protract to go forward. You're going to depress or down as much as you can, and then pinch back or squeeze. Okay? So maximum range of motion, up, forward, down, and back. And this will be that second set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. I'm going to add in a couple of squeezes, exaggerated holds at the back, the squeeze, the pinch, the retraction. That's a main movement that we need to do, that scapular retraction. And time. All right, so now I'm actually going to go to the single arm figure eights. Now we're going to do both. You start with. We're going to go, so I would consider this going forward or over the top. And then I'm going to stay on my right side, and then I'll do the reverse. In 3, 2, 1, and switch. Now almost like an underhand. Little bocce ball action or a little bags action or horseshoes or washers. 4, 3, same thing. Pick a direction, over the top or going forward. That's what I would consider this one. Now remember, yes, we're using this for a shoulder range of motion, shoulder warm-up activation. 2, 1. But this is also slowly starting to bring in that torso rotational component. So squeeze down that stomach, tighten up that tummy, and turn. Be a little bit rigid in that midsection. 2, 1. One of the new-ish kind of ones that we've done is the PNF shoulder mobilities. So let's go right hand out to the side and palms up as much as you can. And you're going to continue to rotate that thumb back as much as you can. And the left arm is going to be opposite. And there's just a little bit of a lean to that palm up side. You don't have to do anything crazy to it or with it. You want to lean a little bit into it. This is going to be that PNF, little 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, so I got my PVC pipe today. I'm going to do that for pullovers. Now, I briefly mentioned the other day that you can do PVC pipe pullovers with a bungee. I didn't bring a bungee upstairs, so I'm going to use this PVC pipe. So, PVC pipe pullovers or bungee pullovers. Now, if you do not have either one, you get another round of shoulder mobilities, any direction, all directions. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, with your PVC pipe or your bungee or nothing, low trap raise. In 3, 2, 1, and go ahead. All right, so our low trap raise, Your goal is to stay as stationary as possible from the heels, the hammies, the hips, and the back of the head, base of the head. So basically no movement, trying to make this movement a little bit fuller or easier. 3, 2, 1, and time. We're trying to isolate those low. 1, and time. All right, second one, low trap raise. Second set, low trap raise. This is what it would be like without your PVC pipe. Same movement, same setup, same grip, same everything. Sometimes I like doing it body weight with no pipe, but for the most part I like doing it with my PVC pipe just to make sure that my hands are raising or lifting or elevating at the same time, and then I can kind of get a better feel whether or not they're at the same height or range of motion. 2, 1, and time, and time. All right, I'm gonna set that off to the side because I don't need that for a little bit or at all. All right, so while we're standing, we're gonna switch our focus to our hips. So we're gonna do our hip mobilities, our standing hip mobilities. We're gonna go in 10 more seconds where we got those standing hip mobilities. Gonna start with the high knee pull. What's up, Jamie? What's up, Jen? Good morning. Okay, so we're gonna go those standing hip mobilities and the high knee pulls in 3, 2, 1, and go ahead. Now the other day, what would it have been? Yesterday, I had briefly mentioned that I was already a little bit active, a little bit earlier than my normal Fridays. So I did my workout, this workout, a little bit earlier, but I was already kind of warmed up. So for instance, Jamie, this might be the case with you on Saturdays. 3, 2, 1, and time. Switch it over to that quad stretch. Because you're coming off of a run, you might already be warmed up, loosened up, but you don't want to skip your specific mobilities and range of motions. And you're just doing it for a different reason, not necessarily to warm up, to loosen the muscles, just to take them through a little bit more specific range of motion. Whereas today, there's nothing loose and warmed up about my body. So we're taking this nice and easy. 2, 1, and switch it, switch it, switch it. And this is going to be your second set. Remember, on the second set of the exercises, you can always do those variation versions. I'm going to stay easy peasy, steady A, straightforward and simple on this guy. 10 more seconds with this high knee pull. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, here's our second set. And like I said, I'm going to take it a little bit easy peasy on this one. I'm actually just going to kind of hold that quad stretch a little bit. And the more I squeeze my butt and glutes and bring my hips forward, we're doing a quad stretch, but it'll kind of creep up into that hip flexor. And sometimes I need that little hip flexor to get a little loosened. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, let's go ahead and go down into our squat hold. We have nothing new, just we're gonna bring back a super squat movement. So let's start with just that squat hold. Now let's do this. I'll give you the example. I talk about it, but let me show you, because this will actually come in handy. Have a dumbbell right in front of you. Now you may not actually need it right now, but on one of your next ones, when we do our rotation, our T rotation, it will only help. So we got 15 more seconds on the super squat here. And then from here, we're gonna do those squat to stands. So our hands are gonna stay down, but our butt is gonna come up in 3, 2, 1, and switch it. Here we go. Okay, so butt up, hands down, butt down, hands stay down. Now this is not for a repetition, so you could stay up top if you want to. We're gonna have another set on our squat, so you don't necessarily need to stay down too far or too long with that one. 10 seconds here. Try to touch that floor. 4, 3, 2, back down, back down, back down, back down. All right, here's gonna be that second set of that super squat. So here's where this dumbbell or any stationary object, maybe it's a table or whatever you guys got, you're gonna hold here and you're gonna kind of shift. So this is my right hand, I'm gonna shift to my right side and I'm gonna rotate up. and reach up. And then just switch. And we're just gonna alternate a super squat with a T rotation. Exactly like when we do our rotations to the sky, to the ceiling on our groiners, 10 seconds. So I'm gonna get one more piece, one more exaggerated piece. Shift the body weight. And time. Super squat with a rotation to that squat to stand. And there's nothing different about this one. There's nothing fantastic or crazy about it. It's just taking it to a range of motion, kind of going from that squat to that hamstring stretch. 10 more seconds on this guy. 3, 2, 1, and time. And let's go down. Now you don't need that dumbbell anymore. And that's not something that you need to have or use, or the stationary object, but it does help on that rotation. All right, so we're gonna do that precursor to groiner, but we're gonna do this a little bit different as well. So instead of, I'll give you the side version, instead of one knee, one foot shifting forward here, what you're actually gonna do is you're gonna shift back a little bit, okay? So step one, shift back, squeeze, tighten up the glutes and the backside, and try to tuck your tailbone up underneath you, and then shift forward. Okay, we're gonna try and pick on this back thigh and hip flexor. Okay, not much is really going on this front foot. Every time you need, every now and then, reset, tighten up the tush, squeeze the butt, and then shift it forward. You're trying to tuck your tailbone up underneath you to exaggerate this quad and hip flexor stretch. You want more hip flexor? Come up with it. Just don't ease up on this guy. We got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Same thing. I'm just gonna switch it over so you guys have something to refer to. So here's our precursor to our groiner. Instead of here, we're gonna sit back and squeeze our butt, tuck the tailbone up underneath you, almost like you're collapsing the torso. Shift it forward and then extend up or come up. Now Jen, just thinking off the top of my head here, Carrie and I were talking about upper body shoulder mobilities. Now obviously this is not a shoulder mobility, but he can go through these workouts in the first 5-10 minutes of mobilities. It'd be a great way for him to ease into stretching out, loosening up. I mean, it only takes 5-10 minutes before the work day, before he gets out and about. At the end, when he's done, super simple and easy, and something that might get his body moving and loosening up, getting a little bit freer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, now we are gonna do our groiners, our regular groiners. Okay, to get back on the clock, we're gonna go in 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Now when I do this, I do that first 30, but instead of holding, I'm gonna rotate up, elbow drop. Rotate up, elbow drop, and then I'm gonna switch it over. All right, 15 down, 45 to go. Now you do not have to do this. This is something that I'm gonna do today just to kind of exaggerate my warm up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 30 down, 30 to go. So now here's where I switch over to a little bit more of a smooth, steady Eddie, consistent reps. Not fast, but I'm just gonna kind of keep moving as much as I can. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we got one more down at the bottom. It's going to be that shoulder, reach, roll, lift, shoulder rotation. So we're going to be on all fours here, but elbows are going to be on the floor, elbows in contact with the knees. So what you're trying to do is reach out, palms down, as far as you can in front of you without cheating or rotating or opening up, okay, without coming up. Stay low. Reach, roll, turn that palm up as much as you can. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Every now and then I like to force the issue with the other hand and then lift. Reset, other side. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Now this side, I gotta open up even more. 15 down, 15 to go. Now this is a good one because you are trying to extend or reach and supinate and flex the shoulder all at the same time. So you're trying to ask a lot. Now some people have great shoulder mobility, some people have limited shoulder mobility. But this is a good one because the height doesn't matter. Centimeter or inches off the floor doesn't really matter. And we definitely went over time and break. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we literally got 30 seconds. Break, shake, rest, recover. I'm gonna adjust our workout. All right, we got body weight squats and bicycle. Okay, so you're gonna do a bicycle at the top as if you were lying down on the ground. So, bicycles, you would be on the back on the floor and your hands would be up here, somewhere up here. So when we do our squats, our hands are going to be up here, somewhere up here. You're going to do your squat, do your bicycle one side. Do your squat, do your bicycle other side. All right, we got 20 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Squat and bicycle. You can really, really, really exaggerate that rotation. There's nothing limiting you like when we're on the floor. 10 down, 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, on the floor, any variation, any version, any stance, any grip, any width, feet, toes, does not matter. Plank. Okay, do whatever you got to do. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Now I'm going to try and stay as narrow as possible. Now hands together, feet together. There's nothing too crazy, but the wider your stance, the better your base is. So by keeping it narrow, there's just an itty bitty left to right balance that I got to pay attention to. Nothing crazy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, pop it on up. 1 down, 2 to go. We're gonna go threes today. Squat and bicycle in 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Ten down, 10 to go. And really drive that knee up here and really crunch and turn and twist into it. 2, 1, and time. All right, pop it on down. 5 more seconds. Again, any plank. And I'm just gonna stay with that close. 2, 1, and go. And in these planks, one thing we wanna make sure we always remember, squeeze your stomach, obviously. Squeeze your butt, that's kind of obvious. But try and tighten down and crunch down. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, 2 down, 1 more to go. Squat and bicycle in 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Squat, drive that knee up. Squat, drive that knee up. And rotate as much as you can. Just under 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, I'm gonna do third set, last set of my close stance. 3, 2, 1, and go. Because our next rotation with our plank, any plank, I'm gonna show you the other extreme, not extreme, but very wide hands and very wide in feet. 3, 2, 1, and time. 30 seconds, break, shake, rest, recover. and make sure your dumbbells are available. All right, we have boom, 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 bicep curl to shoulder press, and then any plank. All right, so bicep curl to shoulder press, and then any plank. So I'm gonna get my dumbbell set up. We got 15 seconds. Let's see how we doing on here. We all good, everybody all good? Okay. All right, so bicep curl to shoulder press, and then again, any plank. I'm gonna go super duper wide. The further my points of contact are from my center, the harder it is, the more tension there is on my stomach. So whereas when I was close and super duper close, it wasn't any harder, it was just a little bit of balance. Now I'm super balanced, I have a really wide base, but it's a lot of tension on my stomach. All right, enough talking from me. Let's grab your weights, grab your dumbbells. Bicep curl to shoulder press in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Remember, overhead movements. Keep your tummy tight. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Squeeze that backside. Now you can go any grip on your bicep curl and any grip on your shoulder press. I like to supinate and rotate. 2, 1, and time. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm gonna go as wide as I feel comfortable. If I go a little bit wider, my hands might slip out. My feet are good because I'm rocking shoes today. But I still want to keep my stomach down. I still want to crunch on. I want to activate my glutes. I still want to squeeze my butt. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, beautiful. And those can be any planks. I'm showing you my planks. They can be any planks you want to do. Side planks? I suppose you could. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. This time I'm gonna stay neutral and then press neutral. So hammer curl, neutral press. Hammer curl, neutral press. 10 down, 10 to go. Remember at the bottom, come off that curl. Don't swing because sometimes the shoulder's round. Kind of lock and get real rigid. 2, 1, and time. So very, 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 very controlled movement. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, I'm gonna kind of push the envelope a little bit. If I face plant, I will go back after the fact and edit it out, and we will never talk about it again. But if not, we'll be all good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Or not go, stop. All right, 2 down, 1 more to go. Okay, bicep curl, this is your third set. So again, it can be any grip. I'm gonna go back to my supinated curls. 3, 2, 1, and go. I like the supinate, I like the offset supinated to just a regular shoulder press. And then as I come down, there's no real correct or wrong way. So I could unsupinate or pronate. 3, 2, 1, and time. Or come down with a neutral grip, does not matter. Okay, here we go, 3 of 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. This is actually number 6 on your plank. Number 6. And we do have 7, 8, 9. Just a heads up, just an FYI. Now, if you do need to, we got 10 seconds. If you do need to swap this out for whatever reason, does not matter. Just pick a different exercise. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, break shake, we got 30 seconds. Have your dumbbells out again. I'm actually just gonna bring these out again. We're gonna have a bent over row and any plank, 7, 8, 9. But remember, if your plank's gotta change to something other than a plank, go ahead. All right, dumbbell row, bent over dumbbell row, and plank. What I did not mention is your bent over row can be any row. Seesaw row, alternating row, same time row, supinated row, hammer over the top, any row. And then plank 7, 8, 9. Let's go in 12 seconds. We're gonna start with that bent over row. And then my plank is gonna be what's called an extended plank or a reach out plank. 5, 4, 3, gonna go with the row, gonna go with the row, gonna go with the row, and let's go. Now this very much so is shoulders back. So try not to rotate elbows up and shoulders down. Elbows up, shoulders up, or back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, so I'll show you the side version first. This is called an extended plank. So it's somewhere in the middle of a close grip and a wide grip. So it's a little bit more like shoulder width, hip width, but I'm gonna have it as long as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna get them out as far as I can, but I want a little bit of balance. 3, 2, 1, and go. So I want my feet and my hands to be the same width. And like I said, maybe hip width, shoulder width, so I have stability, but I want my hands out far. And it's super easy, just extend them back. All right, well, I don't know where we're at on the time, so let's just do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Beautiful. So that is your reach out plank or your extended plank. Okay, second set on your row. 3, 2, 1, and go. Now the further forward you lean, the more mid back and low back gets called into action. That is a great thing as long as you keep your form consistent. As long as you are very mindful of a flat back and a good posture so that the weight of the dumbbells and the load and the flexing forward, your back doesn't hold that. 2, 1, and time. And then opposite of that, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The more upright you are on your bent over row, the more upper back and shoulders you're going to get in traps. So both are good, both are posterior pulls. They're just slightly different, both are right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Oh, okay. 2 in the tank, 1 more to go. All right, bent over row, bent over row. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. 10 down, 10 to go. This set I'm a little bit more upright because I do want to get that upper back trap, rear delt. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, last one. Now remember, it's any ab. I'm going to be doing that extended plank. I think I just missed our go. So let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Now the further, if you guys are doing this, one thing to keep in mind, Jen and Jamie, is the further you go, the more your back is going to kind of arch and drop and dip, or your belly button is going to drop and your hips going to come up. Squeeze your glutes and tuck it. Okay? Try to hold that crunch. And let's get crazy here. Whatever ab you're doing, let's go 10 more seconds. Let's go bonus. It's your third round, last round. It's your 9th set of abs already. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. And that's and a break. All right, so I put you at 40 seconds rest here, starting now. All right, so now we're gonna do a little bit of cardio, okay? For the first 3 sets, it can be any of your dynamics. And your dynamics, we've done 4 billion times, but just a reminder, jumping jacks, seal jumps, mini split jumps, drop squats. You could even have hockey jumps in the mix. You could even have squat jumps in the mix. Any of that, if you want to sneak in a quick set of jump rope, high knees running in place, literally don't care. Just keep going with it, okay? And then the second exercise is going to be on our back now, crunches. Now your crunches can be feet up or your feet down, okay? All right, so we got 20 on and then 20 off, or I'm sorry, 10 off, 20 on again, okay? I'm just gonna start super light, super easy, jumping jacks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. The rack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, so feet up or feet down. Set number 1, I'm gonna start with just regular crunches. 3, 2, 1, and go. Now, no matter what you do with your hands, eyes up, chin up, chest up, try not to crunch and look at your thighs. Come up, come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. And like I said, I'm gonna keep it relatively simple and straightforward to start. Jumping of the jacks. 2, 1, and go. But it can be whatever cardio movement or even spill over into those, plyometric movements, which would be like your hockey jump. Squat jumps, definitely. 3, 2, 1, time. Plyometrics is the formal way of saying jump training. So your dynamics are technically 2, 1, and go are technically plyos, but that's a little bit of a stretch. Two, 1, and time. All right, 2 down, 1 more to go. Dun, 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 dun. 3, 2, 1, and go. And again, for this third set, keep it super simple because 4, 5, 6, I'm gonna do something different. And if you guys have changed it every single set, keep continuing to change it every single set. That's fine. 3, 2, 1, and time. 3, 2, 1, and go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. And break. And breakity break. All right, just making sure we're still all good. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so set 4, 5, 6. Again, pick your poison as far as your cardio goes, or your plyo goes. Jump rope, squat jumps, drop squats, hockey jumps, high knees running in place. Those are all good. Or the dynamics, those are also good. Okay, so because you guys know what those are, your next ab is going to be a frog crunch. Now it takes a little bit of shoulder mobility with a little bit of a combo or reverse crunch. So feet down, heels close to hammies, palms up above your head. Now your palms are gonna stay up the entire time, but you're gonna do a shoulder circle basically, and as your hands kind of go closer and closer to the hips, now you do want to look at the legs, look at the thighs, and crunch and collapse. And as you do that, bring your heels into your butt even more so you can touch. Now, if touching your feet is easy, then reach for the side of your foot. If touching the side of your foot is easy, reach for the pinky toe. But you want to come down and collapse and crunch as much as you possibly can, and then retrace your steps. All right, so let's go. We got set 4, 5, 6. Dynamics or plyos or cardio in 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm actually going to do wide outs from yesterday just because I did them yesterday. Ankles, calves, a little tender. So if I do it again, it's like hair of the dog kinda. And I thought I know what that is. 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay? Frog crunch. 3, 2, 1, and go. Now, because this is a little bit of a bigger range of motion, if we stayed with that same normal 20 seconds, our rep count would be significantly lower because this is not a fast movement. So let's go ahead and do it for 40. So let's double up. So there's our initial 20. So we got 20 more, please. Okay, there's 30. We got 10 more. Three, 2, 1, and time. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Again, back up to your cardio, plyo, or dynamic. 3, 2, 1, and go. And like I said, I'm gonna stay with these guys. Ten down, 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. So that's your normal 20, or what we've done so far. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Now as you do your shoulder circle, shoulder portion, keep that as low to the floor as you can. So it's as big of a range of motion as you can get. Now remember, we're doubling up on these sets. So smooth, steady Eddie, but non-stop for 40. And that right there is your original 20, so we got 20 more. And this time you are actually trying to crunch and round as much as you possibly can. Look at your toes, look at your feet. Unlike your regular crunches where your eyes are up. You want to almost be in that cannonball stance. 3, 2, 1. Not cannonball stance, cannonball position. All right, here we go. Number trace of trace. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so this will be number 9 of the, let's just call it the cardio. 3, 2, 1, and time. And then this will be number 9 of our crunches. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, good, good. And right here, that's your 20 of the 40. So let's keep it going, let's keep it going. Let's ask a little bit more of that lower body. So as you bring in and reach for the heels of the toes, lift up a little bit. Bigger range of motion, lift up. Try to get the hips up. Should feel a little bit more of a demand placed on those lower part of your stomach. Try to pull that butt up, hip up, off the ground. 3, 2, 1,000, 1,000, and break. Now, if you need to flip it, stretch it, upward facing dog, do that guy. Okay, and it's gonna be 35 seconds, break and shake, snag your dumbbells. Now, what I didn't do this morning is bring up a one single heavier dumbbell, and I should have just grabbed a kettlebell. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double up on my dumbbells and hold them together as if it was one heavier piece of equipment. Okay, what we have is gonna be a kettlebell swing. Now this is a difficult one because I cannot see you guys as far as how you're doing your kettlebell swing. The easiest way to do it, and probably the safest way to do it, would be to wait, do a squat, stand, do a front raise. That's okay. The eventual goal would be to hip hinge with a little bit of a straighter leg, and then hip thrust or hip extension forward and squeeze the glutes, and have that weight, the momentum of the hips coming forward, throw that weight up. You want this to be a hip movement, okay? And then the second exercise, or the second one, is going to be your back to your planks. Going to be back to your planks. Now I had 2 of them down. Plank and reach, plank and press. Those are the same darn thing. Or plank and shoulder tap. However you want to do it, get one arm off the floor. So there's a split second where one arm is on the floor. All right, so let's go in under 10 seconds here. 5 seconds, gonna go kettlebell, dumbbell, swing. One or the other depending on what you have. Just remember, butt tight, back flat. 5, 4, 3, and go. Squeeze, throw that weight forward. 10 down, 10 to go. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, plank and reach, plank and shoulder tap. Your feet need to be just a little bit wider because you don't want the hips moving. Okay, they're gonna want to, you don't want to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Now, I'm doing shoulder taps, but even if you're doing the plank and reach, try not to shift and cheat. Tighten it down. 5, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 1, 1,000, done. Okay, grab your weights, grab your grip. Kettlebell would be ideal. One singular dumbbell would be ideal. Do this stop, and I'm gonna breathe in between. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Another 20. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. 2 down, 1 more to go. 2 down, 1 more to go. Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm gonna try something here just a little bit, see if that does anything. Okay, 10 down, 10 to go. 4, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 1, and time. And break. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Break, shake, rest, recover. We're gonna do another set, one more rotation of 3. You can do your crunches, because we just got done with our plank. You can do your regular crunches, the frog crunches, or any ab exercise that you want to do, or that you feel like works better for you, or doesn't cause you any discomfort in a bad way. Obviously, comfort doesn't cause change, but you don't want too much discomfort to where it's debilitating or causing an issue. Anyway, so we're gonna grab our 2 dumbbells. We're gonna go low, hold, reverse lunge, okay? It can be alternating because we have 3 sets. So I would say instead of doing 10 seconds on each leg, you're not gonna get very many repetitions and doesn't matter. So let's go in, what do we got? Just under maybe 15 seconds. Low hold, alternating reverse lunges, and then crunches. Just gotta make sure this is out of the way. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. On a 20. You know what? Since we all just took a vote on it, Let's have this be a 30-second set. I appreciate you guys wanting to do the 30 seconds with me as well. Okay, so 15 down, 15 to go. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break. Very good. Good job. Good idea, guys. All right, crunches, crunches, crunches. 3, 2, your normal 20, 1, and go. 10 down, 10 to go. 5, 1,000, 4, 3, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 1, 1,000. Break. Just thinking that through, since I already have the weights nearby, the planks is very linear. The crunches are very linear. I think I'm gonna switch it over and do Russian twists, my second and third set. All right, let's do it to it. I'm gonna try and make it as easy as possible and get on the clock. So we got 7 more seconds and we're doing 30-second sets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. 10 on 30. 20 of 30. So we got 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. All right, so you can do which one you want. I'm gonna switch it up for a little rusky twisty. 3, 2, 1, and go. Just so there's some form of rotational output. 10 down, 10 to go. 3, 2, 1, and time. Okie dokie. Tune the tank, 1 more to go. In 10 seconds. And that again. I mean, you guys know my counting's awesome, but I just want to kind of make sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock. Third set, last set. Low hold. Now we're not really doing anything with the dumbbells other than holding, but do tighten down that grip as much as you can. Do engage and activate your upper body and your arms. Make sure they're not moving and getting willy-nilly. Be very rigid with those guys. Okay, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Okay, third set, last set. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10 down, 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. And break and shake. Okie dokie. Throw those suckers off to the side. You, my friends, are done. Now, Jamie just throwing ideas out here. Do a little post-workout run. But I wouldn't necessarily do it only because you did it before. I would roll out, hit the pipe, make sure you loosen up the hips, hit them IT bands. Jen, for people like me and you, unless you did, we're gonna wanna roll out, stretch out. But I'm actually gonna go downstairs and double dip and snag some post-workout light, steady state cardio to loosen up that way. And then I gotta get back into session. So very good job today. Thank you for joining me on Saturday morning. Jen, Jamie, thanks for doing it live. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys soon.